Oh, what's up, y'all? It's the back is up back on Saturday. Just got through running some errands. Had to do stuff today. That's why I didn't start this live stream till a little later. Well, to be honest, it's kind of prime time, but if you're the East Coast, it's almost, what, 11:30 over there? So it's kind of late. It's not late if you're a gamer, but most everybody else is pretty late. Let me get my phone set up, but since I just plugged it into the charger, my phone starts to act weird. It's like the surge of power just overloads my phone to where everything on my phone starts to be laggy, doesn't work right, don't want to respond. So I'll get my phone set up. I'm pretty much going to show how to set up universe mode. Fairly simple, but just kind of a little long drawn out process because it takes a while to do it. But outside of that, probably do some CAW exhibitions. Who knows? I told a couple of people who were at my live stream I was going to live stream, so I'm live streaming. But outside of that, probably do some CAW exhibitions. So let's do that. I was in the middle of the match, and then it hit me. Oh, I was supposed to live stream tonight, so I started the live stream. But let me lower my volume on my things. The funny thing was, my last video got had a copyright strike on it. It's like, I'm trying to think, why did I get a copyright strike? There's some music playing in the background that YouTube picked up, which is possible. YouTube is always covering their ass. But right now, I'm just doing an exhibition match between my created wrestler, Susu. Decided to do sort of like a schoolgirl kind of gimmick wrestler. She's a high flyer. I got this really good kind of modded version of Becky Lynch because the in-game Becky Lynch looks like a hot mess. This version of Becky Lynch is a lot better. Becky Lynch always had the weirdest taste in attires. I think that's probably one of the reasons why her man gimmick was so over, because it was just her and the man t-shirt and some jeans and a jacket. It was a very simple attire. But when you leave her to her own devices to select her own attire, it is all over the place. So I know she debuted it as far as on the main roster in the WWE with her whole steampunk kind of gimmick. So you're looking around 2016, 2017. Little Susu right now is going ham on her. I probably might upload Susu tonight. Yeah, Susu's a little short stack. From the waist down, she's pretty thick. Ass and thighs. Well, hips, ass, and thighs. Got a little booty shorts on her. Emphasis on the word booty shorts. So I probably upload her tonight. Heads up for the people who, just to let you guys know that one of my calls got deleted yesterday. It was the Donna Bell call. They kept the Donna Douglas one, but the Donna Bell one got removed off of Crew Mini Creations. So it's either because of the back of her shirt, probably because of that reason, because it says tits, ass, and sass, and somebody reported it, and probably they took it down. And yeah, so for those of you guys who want my calls, you need to download them now. Download them as soon as you can, because I think they will be slowly be purged off of Community Creations. I can see it happening. It's like they delete. It's like I posted my Angelina Black, Zero Buster Akane, my Baroness, and my Jenna Body Chin on Community Creations like early summer, mid-summer of this year. Then after about like maybe a month or 2 months, they got removed. And so I put them, I put all my calls back up, and there's always a chance that they could be removed. I knew they could be removed, so it's not a shocker to me. It is what it is. And the quality of my live stream is shit. It goes in and out. Oh, I miss you. I miss the days where you can go through the barricade. I miss those OMGs. They removed the OMGs in this game. It's like for an increase in graphics, mostly graphics, I would say, and presentation. You know, 2K had to get rid of gameplay features. And hope that most gamers will look past it. I'm sure quite a few gamers, you know, vent their frustrations about certain things missing out these games. You know, since the SmackDown vs. Raw games and things like that. Even because we had OMGs in 2K19 and 2K20, but they moved them in 2K22 and 2K23. And I think the reason why they can't really give a clear answer to that is because they know they can't give a clear answer to that without sounding like they're lying. Because in a sense, they're kind of lying, because they're not really putting all their resources into the wrestling games. That's just a fact. You know, they don't have a huge development team, you know, invested. To be honest, they're always been kind of like a kind of small development team with wrestling games. But you know, they were dedicated and passionate about the product. And back in the early days, you know, 8 to 10 years ago, you know, you had to make a complete, playable, good product right out the box. You know, you couldn't just patch shit in later and fix things later. You know, you had to have a good product out the box. You couldn't half-ass the job, so to speak. Are you kidding me? I'll watch this on my phone because my laptop's being bitchy. But then again, I know my Wi-Fi is ass right now, so that's another thing. So I'm just about to kill the live stream on play it on my phone. But right now, Becky Lynch and Susu are having a battle. Let me turn off the volume, turn down the volume of my phone. What is that noise? Oh, probably the background noise of my phone. Alrighty. Oh, I hate that freaking move. Why did they give Becky Lynch a freaking half-ass chokeslam as a finisher? That move does so much damage. It does more damage than her freaking submission finisher. Yeah, she can also do it from behind. She can do it from behind you. I don't know how I would rank Becky Lynch as a diva. Well, as a female wrestler in the WWE. I just find it funny that she got rewarded for her toughness. She didn't get over until Nia Jax busted open her face and broke her nose. You know, she's on national TV, her face is a bloody mess. And that got her over. You know, that was her moment. And since then, WWE pushed her to the moon pretty much. She had a better character and persona than Charlotte. Charlotte thing is she's just a narcissistic, you know, wrestler. Charlotte's had that gimmick, you know, she pretty much adapted her dad's gimmick, Ric Flair's gimmick, since she became a main eventer in WWE. I will say that Bayley, Becky, and Sasha, they can all pretty much go in the ring. Sadly, since the WWE operates 52 weeks a year, you know, doing TV, wrestling almost every week or on the road during shows and main events, it's a lot of wear and tear. And that's why you only see like women wrestlers in the WWE, their career, especially if they're very active, 7 or 8 years before they are out the WWE, especially if they're main eventers. You know, they retire from wrestling. Well, except for Natalya, but Natalya, she doesn't wrestle as much as often as she used to. And plus, you got to remember, she started out during the Diva days, so it wasn't a lot. She wasn't putting a lot of time in her matches. Matches probably went between 4 to 6 minutes tops. But now that, you know, the women are more main eventing and things like that, it puts a lot of wear and tear on the female performers. Because they're doing spots and doing things that, what did I do with this one? That they weren't doing like 10 years ago. What do I got on this universe mode? I think it's a basic. I think this was the one that I was using as a template when I hard reset my universe mode. Okay, this was still a hard reset. Wait, let me check. No. It reset. It reset all the rivalries. Because how many shows and stuff did I do? How many weeks is it on? Let's see. Go to calendar. August. No. No, I think this is the first month. Because it usually starts after WrestleMania. I don't know if I did some, I don't know. I think this might be the beginning. I have to start a new universe. Alright. But, basically, there's a YouTube channel called Beach Bites where he shows how to hard reset your universe mode. So let's look at my calendar. Okay, so May. So there was some stuff. Okay, so it did fast forward 3 months. This is why you had some rivalries. And so when he hard reset The reason why it's so time consuming is you not only do you gotta you gotta delete all the shows and reset them, and then you gotta reset the pay-per-views to their worth at the end of the month. Because the way they have them designed, they have them at the first of the month instead of the end of the month. Traditionally, pay-per-views happen at the end of the month. Traditionally. So you also got to redo all those to make sure you do all that shit, basically. But what's going to take the most time consuming to do is going through here and okay, so no, that template was still, that other show was still good because this is the basic default rivalries and allies and stuff. So this, okay. So yeah, so let's see if they updated it. Let's see. No, this is old. Because he's still with Chad Gable, I think, as an ally. Let's see. Yeah, so okay. Let's see. Allies. Who are these clowns? Yeah, some of these things are old. Some of the enemies are old, some of them. But yeah, you're gonna have to go through all your superstars and basically delete all the allies. Yeah, they added the whole Michin after they released her. That was like the community was all big on that earlier this year. Oh, we're gonna get free wrestlers. It was like, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna get Mia Yim or whatever for free. And it's like, I was not. Everybody's all happy about it, but me, I'm like, that ain't shit. But then again, I don't really care for the end game roster. I don't care for the end game roster. Pretty much, I don't. And the fact that they were jobbers of two wrestlers who were not even barely have time on the show, it just didn't interest me too much. So yeah, now you got to go through pretty much everybody and remove everybody, which is annoying. Everybody except for when it comes to tag teams, everybody has to be removed. Actually, you can have it affect all the freaking rosters through all your things, which is pretty cool. Zoe Stark. If it were up to me, like I said, up to me, I wouldn't have so much an NXT roster in this game. I would rather have more old school legends, even though I say I don't mess with the in-game roster, but I am more familiar with wrestlers from going as far back to the 80s, you know, all the way up to, you know, the main roster now. And I would rather have them put in more legends than a bunch of jobbers. But that's me. Then people from NXT. That's me. I can understand why they got NXT wrestlers. They are part of the whole thing. It adds more people to the roster. I get it. Aaliyah, I think she's no longer in the company, so this is her first and last appearance in the WWE wrestling game. She had an injury. They tried to push her. I think she was a tag team champion for a hot minute. and that was it. That was her career. She got let go. That's not to say they won't bring her back, but I don't know. She served no purpose, to be honest. She served no purpose. I don't think she would have survived during the whole diva era. Because like I said, you had so many women wrestlers come and go. It's like the goal if you're running like a good promotion, you want all your wrestlers on your roster to be recognizable and have an audience. That way it gets the viewers and the fans invested to whatever storyline you want to do with them at any moment. So when the audience doesn't have any investment or like them, then they really don't serve no purpose on your roster. And that's the sad truth about wrestling. You know, running a business, running a promotion, running a show. It's entertainment business. And if the person you're hiring cannot entertain, then they serve no purpose for themselves or even the business. So that's the sad truth, but it's the truth. See, Apollo Crews, I think he got demoted back to NXT. They had nothing for him on the main roster after his whole intercontinental reign when he was like a Nigerian champion, and I don't know where they were trying to go with that gimmick. I don't know what they were doing with it. It was a weird kind of time. First, they kind of have him as a typical babyface who could wrestle and very athletic, but he had no real personality. So I guess the whole Nigerian kind of thing was a way to develop him as a character, which was understandable, but it didn't get him really over. He was kind of like an arrogant heel. I don't know if I have to delete the shows to I don't know what during the whole, I think I would have to do shift probably the pay-per-views, but I might do a half-ass reset, because he also says you gotta get rid of the championships and all that other shit to restart the championships. But I did that on another save, and what sucked is, depending on what show you had, and if you didn't have your pay-per-view set, the shows barely had any title matches, because there was no champion to set up a title match. So Bad Bunny's allies. Man, I had this game for like 7 months and didn't realize that I don't think I pre-ordered the game. No, I didn't pre-order the game. I just got it, I think the day it came out. Used like half of my GameStop credit and got it. And I thought the only way you got Bad Bunny is if you pre-ordered the game, but I didn't pre-order the game, but I had a Bad Bunny code and used it like 4 or 5 days ago. So maybe I picked up somebody's pre-order copy. Who knows? So still setting up the universe mode. Like I said, it takes a while. Got home. I had to do some work, run some errands, so I'm just now getting to this live streaming it. But it takes a while to, cause like I said, there's probably about 140 to 150 in-game superstars. And for those of you guys who want to watch for Universe Verse, I'm just letting you know right now, I focus on female wrestlers just to give people a head up. It's like I don't do many male universes. So I'm letting you guys know so that way you guys know what to expect. I'm not gonna really care about the male character storyline too much. That's why I said if you have any female CAWs you want in universe for me to care about, then let me know. If not, then it's like I can add some male characters, but they'll just be there. I probably won't even sim their matches unless you're watching the live stream, and then I'll sim it for you. But outside of that, I'm gonna skip them. It's a long, boring process. It takes about 40-45 minutes, but I think I'm just gonna do just the wrestlers. I don't know if I want to do any changes to the calendar, even though that's not too hard to do. Just delete and reapply the shows, but I also have to get rid of the championships and things like that. Ooh, Blair Davenport is showing her age. Ugh. You also got to remember that some of these women wrestlers, shoot, they've been in wrestling as far back as probably the early 2000s. And I know Blair Davenport just from her work on the independent scene. And then she finally, I think she did a little bit of work for WWE and their farm system. But now it's like, it kind of sucks. She was like a star in Stardom. But Stardom is kind of small time. You know, you're not making 6 figures a year working for Stardom. Stardom is a good way to get your foot in the door and to, you know, to get some consistent work. Performing from a dedicated crowd and fan base. You know, get some notoriety as a wrestler, because quite a few good wrestlers come out of Stardom. But now you're not making the big bucks on a Stardom contract. So I can see why she made it to WWE, but I think she's slowly out of her prime as far as being a wrestler, as far as Blair Davenport. But I always loved her look. She has a good look as a wrestler. Well, man, she's showing her age. I thought she was hot back in the day. She's still pretty. She's not ugly, but you can tell she's showing her age. I think she's what? Probably in her mid-30s? Mid-30s now? Close to mid-30s? A Elias is out the company. I believe they let go of Omos. So, man, I think that's a shocking thing about when you get these wrestling games is the turnover rate for superstars is no joke. It is no joke. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Hey, Air Bear, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right now, I'm just hard resetting my universe. Yeah, LA Knight, he's been in freaking... I didn't know he was in his early 40s, and they're already trying to push him. It's like, man, that's like hella late in your career to get pushed as a wrestler when you're entering your 40s. Don't get me wrong, the dude, I'm sure he keeps in good shape. You know, he's wrestling, he's doing the nightly grind. But he had years of being on the sidelines and being on the bench, so he has some gas in the tank. But yeah, just to be pushed when you're in your 40s, whoo, it's like, that's when you're like on a decline in your career. Well, like if you're a main eventer, if you've been doing it consistent for like 20 something years, you know, your body takes a beating. You're gonna have to, yeah, you're gonna start to decline. Even though I know some old timers like Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, you know, they were wrestling into their 50s, and then Ric Flair, what, almost in his 80s or 70s or something, had his final match. I remember Mae Young, you know, she was still taking bumps in her 70s and 80s. So, you know, some people can still go. I guess it depends on the individual, but most people, nah, they, like John Cena, he can still go in the ring. But, because I did watch that last pay-per-view against him and Solo Sikoa, man, he got put through the ringer. It was a good match, though. I'm surprised nobody was talking more about that match. John Cena's too busy trying to get people over, which is cool. That's John Cena. I wish he would have won that match just to show he still got it. You know? Because I think he does. But anytime he wrestles against somebody, they just seem to have freaking Undertaker resiliency. You know, they end up being Super Cena and can't get pinned after 3, 4, 5 finishers. Yeah, when you watch John Cena matches, he does a good job of pacing himself in the match, but he's not as bulky as he was back in his day. He's slimmer, so he don't have that extra padding anymore as he did before. So he takes more punishment in these matches, but he can still go in the ring. That's what I got out of that match. He can still go. And the fact that he did a body splash off the top rope, something John Cena didn't do a lot in his prime. You know, he added some extra moves to his game. Yeah, I think Cameron Grimes made it to the main roster after the recent what do they call it, draft. Candice LeRae, I think she and Gargano came back. It's one of the wrestlers. This is that wrestler they gave us for free, but it's basically her 2K22 version of herself. Dang, Carmella got a lot of... I didn't think Carmella was gonna last as long as she did. I didn't think Carmella would still be with the company. Staying with Dana Brooke, but Dana Brooke recently got released. But I'm surprised Carmella is still on the roster. I think she was the first Money in the Bank female winner. She ended up being a champion once. It's like they gave I think all the 2016, 2017 like NXT women who got put up to the roster, put the belt on them at least once. So that includes Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Carmella, Sasha Banks, Nikki Cross also was a champion. Asuka didn't come till later. The only one who didn't get like a main event belt was Dana Brooke. That was the only one who never got a main event title that I know of. I know she got the 24/7 title, but she never won like a major women's championship title. No, I think Carmella's still in the WWE roster. I think she might be taking a break. But Carmella's still on the WWE. She wasn't a part of the releases. I don't know. I just watched, I think they're going to make Shotzi. No, not Shotzi. Wait, who is it? No, Mia Yim. I think they might add him to Bianca's partner as far as War Games. I don't know. Maybe not. She just got beat up just for talking to Bianca. So I don't know. It's like, it would be nice if they did. Oh, here's another person that got released. Shelton Benjamin got released. I'm surprised he stayed as long as he did when they brought him back. I think he won a couple of tag team belts. He was like a tag team champion. When he came back. Yeah. Jade Cargill. Yeah, I can see them making Jade Cargill a part of, yeah, you might be right. I think they might have Jade Cargill be her new partner. That'll be a good way of introducing her. But oh man, her first match in the War Games, whoo, that's really putting her to the test. She's getting thrown to the wolves if they're putting Jade Cargill in a War Games match. Cause anything goes in War Games, tables, weapons. And but she is a big girl. She's muscular. She's a powerhouse. She can take the beating. Yeah, WWE, they recently, Cedric Alexander's been wrestling on TV again, which is good, but he's been losing. Alright, let's see. Yeah, her coming back to War Games. Yeah, she's gonna be probably right the reason they're gonna win. But it's also kind of start a whole bunch of new rivalries too, because if she ends up being the reason why Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and whatever they end up winning, then you know she's a player as far as the championship scene, the main event women's scene. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. China didn't have no rivals. Alright, let's see. Got Cody Rhodes. Rid of Seth Rollins. Commander Aziz, Cora Jade. Cora Jade's a cutie. But this gimmick is old. This gimmick was 2 years old. Her whole skateboarding shit gimmick. Alright. Oh, that's Corbin female. Let's see, Dakota Kai. I'm surprised she's still with WWE. I think her first game she appeared in was 2K19. I think it was. Let me think. Was it? Yeah, it was. I think she was DLC. No, so that's gonna be the War Games. Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes versus LA and LA Knight versus the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre. I thought you only have to have 4 wrestlers in the freaking War Zone. It's 4-on-4. Okay, I can see why it'd be 5-on-5. Well, no, it should be 4-on-4. So there's somebody gonna be left out of that. Somebody might get injured and left off of that. That Jey Uso, Sami Zayn team. I think Cody Rhodes might buy out. No, I think Seth Rollins or Cody Rhodes might buy out of it. Yeah, usually it's 4-on-4. Yeah, I didn't see SmackDown yet. I usually just watch the highlights. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone got hurt. I wouldn't be surprised if someone got hurt, someone got attacked, and it'll be 4-on-4. Well, that means someone might have to drop out. Seth Rollins might be out. Because, to be honest, I don't think Seth Rollins has any stakes. The only people who has issues with the Judgment Day is Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, and LA Knight. Seth Rollins really doesn't have any issues with the Judgment Day. So if there's one member that's going to get dropped, it's going to be Seth Rollins, because he's also still the heavyweight champion, I think. I don't know. I think he might get beat up and bow out. I watch enough wrestling to see how some of these storylines go. It's like, you know, like you said, it could happen, a 5-man, 5-on-5 war games, but based on the rules of war games, it's 4-on-4. That's been the rules, even in this game. It's a 4-on-4 match. There's Dana Brooks. She's no longer in the company. CM Punk returns. No. I can't see him joining the Judgment Day. I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. I can't see it. I can't. Because Rhea Ripley, they wouldn't count her to being in there. Judgment Day has 3 dudes and Rhea Ripley. So she's not going to be in War Games. So if it's going to be Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre, that's only 4 guys. So it's still 4-on-4. They're not going to have Rhea Ripley wrestle in the guy versions of the War Games. If they did, that would be great. That would mean they have no excuse not to bring back intergender matches. But yeah, she's not going to be in there. Now Roman Reigns, well, I know he made sort of a small kind of alliance with Judgment Day, but I don't think Roman Reigns would do it. I could see if they were to get a 5th member, it would probably be Jimmy Uso. I don't think Roman Reigns would do it. He only shows up for like championship matches. You know, things that has to do with a major storyline. He hasn't had, you know, he could, you know, to tangle with LA Knight But I don't think he would do it just to face the other guys. He wouldn't risk getting beat up, you know, having a tangle with Cody Rhodes and the other guys, even though he has history with all the other dudes. He would get stumped, especially if he's the first person to enter the match. Because remember, each member gets in one by one. So it's like you have one dude enter, then one dude will enter, and then the other team don't get their second dude first. So that's 2-on-1 for about 2 or 3 minutes before the other person will get their member. So yeah, if Roman Reigns comes out first, he better hope, like, you know, he better hope that he comes in second. No, he comes in first, so that way he'll get his help first, but it would suck. So yeah, I don't see Roman Reigns doing it. I don't. That's not to say it wouldn't happen, but I can't see it happening because it would be like he would get outnumbered in a War Games match, and he would get stumped. It's like the first person you want to beat the hell out of is Roman Reigns because he'll be the biggest threat in the match. He would be the biggest threat. Shoot, he has so much heat with like so many dudes that I would lose War Games on purpose just to beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. I wouldn't care about winning the match, just the fact that a group of us can beat the shit out of him. Yeah, I don't think Roman Reigns would do it. I don't think he would do it. It's too much. Wait, I thought he was always on. I thought Solo Sikoa was always on SmackDown. Was he? Or was he on Raw? I don't know. I think they got rid of Veer Mahan too. Let's see. Yeah, they deleted this wrestler I created. They deleted her off of the community creations. Somebody must have reported her. Somebody must have reported my wrestler, so this one got deleted. You can still get this one, which is basically the same wrestler, just younger with a tweaked moveset. But they got rid of this one. They deleted this one. They made Dewdrop like the women's champion in the My Legacy, My Rise story mode. I don't know. Maybe that was this. They were just writers were patronizing her because I don't think she ever had a whiff of the championship on the main show. What are you talking about, Santos Escobar? You think Santos Escobar will probably be a part of the War Games? I don't know. He doesn't have any stake in it. He doesn't have. I don't think he has any beef. Only people he has beef with is Rey Mysterio right now, and Rey Mysterio's not in the War Games match, so. I don't know if Drew Gulak is still with the WWE. I think they finally released Mansoor. I think they released him and the other guy, Mace, who made up the Maxim Mill models. Mansoor could go in the ring. They just didn't have no use for him other than to try to just pander to the Indian market. I don't know. I don't know. Me, I don't really know. It's like I follow the WWE on a surface level, but as far as like when they switch brands or whatever, I don't really keep up with it too much. Because it's like until they do any major storylines, then whether they switch brands or not really doesn't matter. It's all about what they do with them on the brand. So if they do something with them, great. I thought he was already on SmackDown. It's like, yeah, the brands are kind of confusing right now because they seem to have a draft, or they seem to get people switching off and on quite often that I don't really follow it. No, Edge is in AEW. Oh my god. Okay, that was weird. They had Lita as an ally for Edge. That is awkward because Edge and Lita actually dated back in the day. I think Lita left Matt Hardy and ended up dating Edge. But Edge ended up marrying Beth Phoenix, so Lita was his ally, yet Beth Phoenix is his manager. So that ought to be kind of awkward. It's like he got his ex-girlfriend and his wife as allies. But I think they did that because I think they have in the showcase mode, John Cena did a match against Edge where Lita was his manager. So yeah, that makes sense. But at the time, they were actually dating. And they actually had like the weirdest kind of... It wasn't a match. It was kind of a thing where they had like sex on TV. Edge and Lita had a bed in the middle of the ring. And they engaged in some fake sex. It was like the late Attitude, early Ruthless Aggression era, so crazy shit. How do I know about that? How do I know that existed? I think it was in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, where they had the bra and panties match, and I think it was in SmackDown versus Raw 2006, where they had the Something Your Fantasy match. Oh, so you don't... Oh, you're praying that Santa don't get fired. What, he messed up during a promo? Yeah. I don't know. Santos, he's a part of a storyline. I don't see him getting released anytime soon. Because I would have to say... Whew, more than half the roster sucks on the mic anyway. WWE, I would have to say the good and the bad thing about the modern WWE is like they actually got people that can wrestle. Like a lot of the people they brought in, like Triple H brought in, they are wrestlers. They are not actors. They're not performers. They're wrestlers. So they suck. A lot of them suck on the mic. They just do. Oh, the Latino World Order broke up, or I don't. Well, Santos is gone, but isn't Zelina Vega and Ray and two other members still keeping? I know they still got Carlito. Carlito is a part of it. He's the one who kind of exposed Santos for being a traitor. So what alphabet am I in? I think I'm in the I's. No, I'm in the E's. Man, I got a long way to go. That's a CAW, so I got to worry about him. Well, it's not Carlito's fault. He was doing the LWO a favor. It's like I knew Santos Escobar was going to turn on Rey Mysterio sooner or later. I watched enough wrestling to realize that these factions never last. You already have that one dude, especially if you have two members of a faction fighting over a championship. You know, there's going to be a falling out sooner or later. It's like WWE been writing these same storylines for decades. It's nothing new. It's like, I don't know how long you've been wrestling, if you're like a young wrestling fan or an older wrestling fan. But yeah, these storylines been around for decades. It's like, I know that kind of kills the fantasy of wrestling, especially if you're new to it. I didn't get into wrestling until I became an adult, so I don't have that, you know, that young kind of adult or teenage, you know, wonder about stuff. You know, I could put two and two together when it comes to storylines and predict the outcome, because a lot of these storylines are the same. They just have different performers, different actors, and stuff like that. But there's always going to be a conclusion to these storylines. There's going to be a breakup and stuff like that, and that'll trigger another rivalry, and that will be a story, and then that will end in some way or form. So yeah, but I figure Santos Escobar, because I think he's better as a heel than as a face, because he's always been kind of a heel, even when he was in NXT, when he had his own faction before they became the LWO. I would love to see a Roman Reigns versus Gunther match. I would. That would be one heavyweight matchup. That would be like sadly, I would think Gunther would still lose, but I think both men would beat the hell out of each other. It would just be something good to watch, just to see these two like big ass dudes just beat the shit out of each other. Because I actually did enjoy that match between Gunther and Drew McIntyre. I forgot what, I think it was WrestleMania, I forgot. It was one of those pay-per-views that I watched, and Gunther and Drew had a good one. Yeah, Roman Reigns, he's gonna get the chops. Them chops hurt, man. It's like I said, they're gonna beat the shit out of each other. That match is gonna come down to the wire, but I think Roman Reigns will take it, just because of the fact he's Roman Reigns. But Gunther, yeah, he's legit. I respect it. He got that old school kind of wrestler vibe. He got that look of wrestlers from like the 1950s and 60s. You know, he got that old school look and wrestling style. You know, he is old school. He is old school wrestling. So I respect it. I do. Hey, Zab Black, how you doing? You caught me in the middle of hard resetting the universe mode. Yep, I remember you. Let's see. Is this a car? Was he in the game? I think he was in the game. I don't know. The last time I used your call was the night. Like I said, I just now, not too long ago, about an hour ago, I decided to live stream. I was busy most of the day. So I'm just, hard resetting an empty slave slot. Getting rid of all the rivalries and things, so that way you'll have fresh rivalries. I don't know. Gunther, I don't know. He's more, I don't know if they're pushing him as a face or a heel. But I could have sworn that Drew, during their match, he was the face and Gunther was the heel. But Gunther is more like an honorable heel. He doesn't really do anything heel-like in a match. He'll wrestle you straight up. It's the Hurricane. What was that fucking wrestler's real names? Helms. Forgot his name. But he was a borderline cruiserweight, light heavyweight wrestler during the early Ruthless Aggression era. Let's see. I find that funny because, yeah, he was, you know, he wasn't really chunky. He just had he had a little bit more body fat on him. I guess they wanted to improve his look. Like I said, with freaking, like, perfect example, Jinder Mahal, he got fired by WWE after the last game he was in before they rehired him. I think they fired him after definitely, I think 2013 or 2014, and then they brought him back, I think around 2016, 2017, and that's when Jinder Mahal, he got shredded. I mean, he had no body fat. And then they put the championship belt on him right when he returned. What about Roman Reigns versus Gunther versus Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed? Bronson Reed would get demolished in that match. Oh, I know. I think he got his fans, but sadly, who you talk about? Jinder Mahal? Nah, he didn't use steroids. He talked about his whole diet regimen to get himself straight. It was the same thing with Drew McIntyre. If you look at Drew McIntyre when he debuted back in 2010, 2011, he didn't look all that impressive. He had body fat on him. He wasn't shredded. And then he got fired and they didn't bring him back to around 2016, 2017. And Drew McIntyre was shredded. It was all about their diet regimen and their workout. A lot of these wrestlers don't take steroids. That's why they get beat up and injured so often. That's how you can tell they're legit. It's like if they get injuries, but if you look at wrestlers, Attitude Era and like the 80s and stuff, shoot, they barely got injured. Now them fools were on steroids. But modern day wrestlers, no. It's like, yeah, it would be one hell of a fight, but Bronson Reed would get wrecked. He would have no place in that match, to be honest. That's just me. I'm sure they could write it to where he can hold his own in a match, but all right, you go get yourself a drink. But them heavy hitters, he wouldn't survive against barely any of them dudes. One-on-one, let alone have to deal with three of them in a four-way match. That's murder, man. That is murder. Shoot, he's better off staying out the ring and let those three guys beat the hell out of each other and then just clean up whatever's left. He better come in that ring with some weapons. Nah, he's not really strong. It's like, I think the last dude they brought in, that was two dudes I remember they brought in with Bronson Reed's body type. That was oh my god, what is that dude's name? He was the Funkasaurus, like early 2010s. I forgot his name. He came out with, like, it was back when Naomi was like a cheerleader. He was like one of his managers. He would come out and do a stupid dance. He was a big dude. They kind of pushed him early. But after that, they didn't do nothing with him and they released him. And then they also had, remember Keith Lee? A lot of people were hyped for Keith Lee. And, sadly, Keith Lee, he took the whatchamajigget and almost got killed because of it. Took the booster. Had some heart issues. And that took him off of TV. And he eventually got released out of WWE. So, who else was there? There was also, Tensai, who used to go by A-Train in the WWE. He came. He had this whole Japanese wrestler gimmick, and, that didn't work out. So dudes with the build like Bronson Reed never last that long. Keith Lee was decent for a guy who was like 350. Pretty agile. He could go. He was pretty tough. I don't know what they have him do in AEW. I know you guys saw it was an AEW Impact. Somebody picked him up, but I haven't heard of him doing anything since. I think a lot of people just liked his charisma and his look more so than anything. Already, okay, I still got managers, tag team. I found it ironic. It'll be ironic if John Cena's last wrestling opponent is Solo Sikoa, because I think Solo Sikoa is the son of Umaga, and I remember that Umaga was the first major opponent John Cena had early in his career. I think he won like his first U.S. title off of Umaga. I don't know. I don't know who would win. Had more meat on his bones. I would think Fat Gunther would be a lot more harder to deal with for Roman Reigns, because that's extra weight. And when it comes to wrestling and combat, weight matters. It does. Because it's like, even if you lose fat, you're also losing a little bit of muscle mass, because Gunther doesn't have as much muscle mass. It's like, just because you see muscles doesn't mean you are more muscular. Because he just looks like just a dude who just lost about 30 or 40 pounds. that's the only difference. It's like, but that's about it. I think Roman Reigns would have a harder time dealing with Fat Gunther. Because that's extra weight. That's extra stuff you gotta toss around. And plus, Fat is padding for blows. It's like, Fat could also be used as defense. If it's two Gunther's, Roman Reigns is dead. Yeah, 2-on-1. That's one thing that's missing out of WWE is handicap matches. I think they got rid of them, I think, after the Attitude Era, around that time. I wonder if I could still... I don't think that's even a match type in the modern day games, where you can have 2-on-1, 3-on-1. I remember in story modes, when we used to play story modes, they would kind of book those matches against you. There's the Cena. It's called Slim Cena. He's still got them big ass forearms though. Tag match 3 versus 6. He had a whole different name. Yeah, Cena was jacked in his younger days. He was jacked. He was on some shit. I wouldn't doubt Cena was on some shit in his younger days. Because look at that. Look at that. He was yacked. That ain't a challenge match. That's an ass whooping. Woo. It also depends who the 3 is facing. It's like, if you had like Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Gunther versus a bunch of jobbers, then yeah, it'll be easy work. I got you. That's good. Let's see. Oh yeah, somebody made a really good Justine. I don't know if you guys played the My Rise and Legacy. Somebody made a Justine. It's funny because her Trons and music is in the game, but they didn't make it to where you can unlock her, so somebody had to make her. Brock Lesnar's not coming back. I would never say never, man. If the money is right, he'll come back. He only does pay-per-views anyway. Because remember, Brock Lesnar returned as far back as what? 2012? And he'll get these moments where he'll take a break for about 6 to 9 months, and he'll come back. Because I think he came back for a little bit, and then he left, and then he started just doing pay-per-views again. And then I think, yeah, this past like year and a half was probably the most he ever been like consistently on WWE since his like Ruthless Aggression days. Yeah, bro, I think Brock Lesnar is just on break. I think Ronda Rousey might be done. Because I don't know. She had a really good push when she debuted. I was even rooting for her when she got into the WWE, when she first debuted. But, her mic skills are kind of sus. And then she started just, not caring. You know, she didn't get better as a wrestler. You know, she started to regress. She stopped caring after a while. I think that's what it was. She even let some of the fans get to her. And then I think she had some issues with the other women in the locker room. So yeah, her time was up. It's like Nia Jax came back. I don't think Nia Jax ever had too many issues with the girls in the locker room. It's like wrestling is like any other job. You're not going to be friends with all your co-workers. You just be professional enough where you guys can work together. Especially if you're a wrestler, where you hold each other's lives in each other's hands when you're in the ring. Yeah, Charlotte Flair and Ronda was good. Not as good as Asuka versus Charlotte. Like I said, Ronda, like I said, she stopped caring after a while, so her match quality started to drop. You know, she wasn't taking as many hard bumps. She wasn't really doing like a mixture of moves. It's like after a while, you saw everything she could do in the ring. You knew what to expect. And also the fact that she wasn't really good on the mic. They gave her a lot of mic time. And eventually she got exposed. She did. As a wrestler. Dang, I'm only just now in the K's. I got a long way to go. Oh my god, I told you this takes a minute. It takes a while to hard reset universe mode. It does. It takes a while. Usually I would have some background music going, but YouTube is quick to copyright. Then again, it's like I don't have enough subscribers to where I'm monetizing this shit anyway. But if I play the wrong type of music, they might cock block my live stream, or they'll block my live stream. Well, when it uploads. I don't think he has won any titles. I don't think he has won any titles I can think of. You might have to Google that one, man. Like I said, he's being pushed. He's being pushed a lot. I wish he would have won that match against Roman Reigns, because right now he's been nothing but all talk. He's been nothing but all talk. So it's like he needs to win something to back up all his talk. It's like, I don't care how good a person is on a mic if they haven't won anything. You know, if you haven't won anything, then you're all talk. They should have had him go try to get the inner. It's like, you know what? I would say it would be a big one for him if he breaks Gunther's streak and wins the IC title. I'm surprised he haven't gone after the United States title, because I think he can beat what's his name? What's his name? Jake Paul. I think he can take out Jake Paul. Shit, I think LA Knight should go after the US title or the IC title. See, I think Liv Morgan's out. Wow. Liv Morgan's out. Yeah. Oh, Logan Paul, not Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul's his brother. Logan Paul. Yeah, I think LA Knight could beat Logan Paul for the American ship. Get that American championship pretty easily, beating Logan Paul. Even though Logan Paul, he can go in the ring. Logan Paul can go. This guy. Yeah, Logan Paul, he's a part-time performer. He only performs at pay-per-views for most of the time, yeah. Like I said, LA Knight should go after that belt, so that way he could at least, he'll be a regular on TV. Yeah, so this is the one that got let go. Mace, he got let go. I think, what's his name also got let go. Yeah, Mustafa Ali got let go. He's no longer on WWE. Yeah, I don't think LA Knight got a tag team chip, nothing. So back in the day, you had to work up your way to get a main event title. You had to win some Intercontinental, US, and tag team belts. But you even got considered to even get a freaking a heavyweight or main roster championship to be a contender for that belt. I think Madcap Moss got let go. Yep, he got let go. This guy. I admit, you can have too much talent on your roster. So like how I was saying earlier, you need to just have just enough wrestlers to where everybody is recognizable and got a fan base. So that way it's easy for you to do storylines. And to keep these wrestlers kind of relevant and popular. Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser looked like that dude. He looked like that dude. That could be a villain. He like somebody that can do some shady shit, you know. He like that ambitious, plot some shit behind the scenes. But I've seen him wrestle. He can wrestle. Ludwig, he can go in the ring. I think that might be a storyline where they might have Ludwig try to get the belt off of Gunther. So yeah, don't be surprised if that happens. They let Matt Riddle go. They let this guy go. I can understand why. Like, if this was during the Attitude Era, before social media, Matt Riddle would still have a job in the WWE. But all his extramarital affairs and messing with women, kept on getting him in trouble on social media, so the company had to let him go. But Royal Rumble betrays again. I don't know what you mean by that one. So he was paired up with Tommaso Ciampa. The Miz, man, this guy been going strong. Shit. Since what? 2006? 2007? He's one of those wrestlers you're gonna miss when he's gone. I would say The Miz definitely achieved legend status. He will be a Hall of Famer. I couldn't stand him 10 years ago. But I respect him now. I respect The Miz. I respect his career. See, Mr. McMahon gotta go. I don't know. I would say Ludwig would probably they'll probably betray Gunther, because Gunther, he's the head of the Imperium. So it's like, when you're the head of the Imperium, you know, you're not trying to undermine your lackeys. It's like they're beneath you. It's more like your lackeys are trying to want to take you down for being a bad leader. Wow, if I was rated a 75, then yeah, I would leave the company too. They just did Mustafa Ali dirty with this 75 rating. Dude's he's at least an 80, at least an 80. He's a better wrestler than freaking this dude's tag team partner, than Angelo Dawkins, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I know they had at least 3 other dudes. I know one dude, he had a name change to Fabio some kind of crap. And then we got MVP. He was one of those wrestlers when I started getting to wrestling games, and I was thinking, who the hell is this guy? But yeah, once MVP got to the WWE, they pushed him to the moon. But he only won tag team and minor championships. He never won a big belt. He was paid a lot of money when he started too. He got paid shit ton of money. But yeah, there was a 4th member of Imperium. I forgot who that dude was. You probably have to pay attention to 2K22. Probably have to put that game back in to figure out who the 4th member was. Here's old Aunt Natalia, still holding it down. Oops, I forgot to get rid of the enemies. I think she's probably the longest tenured female wrestler, like active female wrestler in WWE history. I think she won hella like Guinness World Records because she's been a part of the company so long. Actually, I remember Nikki Cross was around, but I don't know what they're doing with her lately. She had that weird gimmick where she was a superhero. It worked. It got her a championship. Can't hate on the gimmick if it got you a belt, a major belt at that. And Thick, here we go, Miss Thick, Nikki Lyons. Well, yeah, I don't know. Is MVP still with the company or did he get let go? I think he might be doing stuff behind the scenes. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, I think we're at the home stretch as far as superstars. I made it to O. Well, yeah, I made it almost down to the O's. Alrighty. Queen Zelina, R-Truth. R-Truth had no rivals. Dang, he went down to a 72. And then again, he's what, almost a 47-year-old man? Alright, we got Quill Rodriguez. They don't know what to do with her either. They tried pushing her. They're still trying to push her. Let's see, we got Ray. Yeah, he could come back. Eric Rowan. Remember when him went on, what's his name? What was it? I know he went by Brody Lee, but I forgot his name and gimmick in the WWE. They were the part of that the Bludgeon Brothers. After they kind of separated from Bray Wyatt's whole gimmick, but I don't know. Remember they tried to push Eric Rowan before they released him. I don't know. He didn't win me over. Eric Rowan was just another wrestler that was like just there. Didn't serve any purpose other than being like Bray's lackey and being paired with I heard Alexa Bliss supposed to be coming back. Oh yeah, they let this guy go. Rick Boogs. He's a 75. That's kind of bad. He got the same rating as Mustafa as Ali. They did Mustafa dirty. How you gonna do Mustafa like that? Oh, Ricochet. I remember before he was Ricochet, he was Prince Puma on Lucha Underground back in like 2016, 2017. Lucha Underground was my show, man. It was like watching a soap opera and wrestling show at the same time. I would do a storyline of Rey Mysterio joins Judgment Day. It would probably be to destroy them from within. Because that's the only thing that would happen. Like, he would join, and then something would happen to where Damian Priest or Finn Balor would have issues with either him or Dominic Mysterio to the point where Rey or Dominic will have to protect each other from the rest of the members of the Judgment Day. So yeah, if he joins the Judgment Day, that's a sign of them breaking up. Sort of like with when what's that dude's name? Daniel Bryan joined Bray Wyatt's faction. He destroyed it from within. You know, that would be when Judgment Day will break up. Of Rey Mysterio joins it. He is like Rey Mysterio played heel a few times in his career, but it was more like an arrogant heel. Even when he was a heel, he still came off as just an edgy baby face. I think they let Robert Roode go. I don't know if he's still a part of the company. I heard he got injured. Dominic? Nah, Dominic can't he can get more muscle, but he ain't gonna get any bigger. Dominic will get more muscle, but he ain't gonna get no bigger. It's like, yeah. Even if he put on it wouldn't be good for him, his body type, if he put on too much muscle. Because Dominic, he got the move set of a high flyer. You know, his wrestling isn't a power game, so yeah. Yeah, it's like he would just have to be a really good high flyer, and he would just have to be booked to challenge Roman Reigns. But I can't see Dominic Mysterio destroying Judgment Day by himself. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. I could see him beating Finn Balor on occasion. And it would be a challenge to take out Damian Priest, but taking them out both together? No, I don't see that happening for Dominic. My enemies cleared out. Let's see. Alright, so going pretty fast now. Seth Rollins had no rivalries? Shanky got released. Yeah, Shanky, he served no purpose. So that's why he got released. Other than looking like an idiot and dancing. He's a big dude, though. I think they were trying to get him to be sort of like the Great Khali 2.0. But he didn't have a scary... He wasn't as scary as Great Khali. Wesley, Dragon Lee, Carmelo Hayes. All those high flyers. You remember 205 Live? Like around 5 or 6 years ago, WWE had a 205 Live, which was a show all for their cruiserweights. It was an all cruiserweight show. Yeah, they would have been great on that show. They need to bring back a cruiserweight belt. They do. I don't know, WWE, their writers and bookings, they don't know what to do with cruiserweights. The 205 Live was a good show when it did exist. It was trying to compete with Lucha Underground. Because Lucha Underground, a good chunk of the wrestlers were high flyers, like Mexican luchadors and stuff like that. So they did a lot of high flying spots. That's where Ricochet had his American debut. But he was called Prince Puma. See, okay, so Stacy Keibler's enemies were the Molly Holly. Molly Holly! Alright. Wait, who is this? Is Yokozuna in this game? Maybe he is. Yeah, I think Yokozuna is in this game. I never got to really see Ultimo Drago wrestle. That is one wrestler that I haven't really seen a lot of. I haven't seen a lot of Tajiri. I have heard about him. He was more like a striker. He was more like Shinsuke Nakamura before Shinsuke Nakamura. Because I know of Tajiri from SmackDown vs. Raw. You know, those games, the early ones, like, or what, 2000, I think 7, 2008, 2006. No, I think he was in 2006. I think he had more of a strike-based moveset. Tajiri didn't do a lot of high flying. I definitely remember Sin Cara. Sin Cara, he was he was hyped all to hell during the PG era, and it was the real Sin Cara. And then later, the Sin Cara gimmick got took over by another wrestler. It wasn't the real Sin Cara after a while. Kalisto, I wish he would have been the next Rey Mysterio if Rey Mysterio didn't come back. They were treating him like the next Rey Mysterio. I think Kalisto would have been a really good heel high flyer. He would have been a really good heel. Somebody that could be a rival for a babyface wrestler. But yeah, haven't seen enough Ultimo Dragon. It's like I said, I haven't seen Taijira do a lot of high flying stuff. It's like the only Asian wrestler I know who was like a high flyer, even though he didn't look like a high flyer, was Jimmy Wang Yang. He showed up during I think the late Ruthless Aggression era. He had this whole Asian redneck gimmick. He was a Chinese guy, but he had a whole country kind of redneck gimmick. But yeah, he was a high flyer. He was more of a high flyer than Taijiri was. Like I said, I need to probably watch a lot of Taijiri, but from what I know about him was mostly from the games. And his moveset didn't have too much high flying. It's like when you think of a high flyer, for me, I usually think of luchador high flying. Japanese high flying is different. They don't do they go off the top rope a lot, but they don't do a lot of springboards. Like Mexican lucha libre style, they do a lot of rope work. But Japanese high flyers, they do a lot of stuff from the top rope in the corners. But Mexican lucha libre, they use every part of the ring, every part of the ropes. So when I think of high flyers, I think of Mexican lucha libre. I don't usually think of it in a Japanese sense where they just do a lot of top rope spots. But the only other Asian high flyer was Jimmy Wang Yang. He did a lot of top rope spots. He had a lot of he was very athletic and very fast in the ring. But Shinsuke, nah, he's not a high flyer. He's a strong style. He's strong style. A lot of striking, heavy striking, and some power moves. Let's see. Almost done. Almost done. What, you talk about the poison mist? Yeah, I remember Tajiri did have the mist moves. Tajiri also had like a weird, since he was a heel, he would do like a whole freaking is it Dijak T-bar? Like, is T-bars like another like gimmick for T-bar? Isn't that Dijak? See, almost done. Hey, well, they put Tyler Breeze in this game as a legend. I don't know if he wasn't still affiliated with Up Up Down Down, he probably wouldn't have been in this game. Especially as a legend. It's like, I don't know if Tyler Breeze, I don't know if he won a tag team belt. I think he might have. I think he did with what's that? Fandango. And I don't know if he won an NXT, like a major NXT championship, but Tyler Breeze, that pretty boy gimmick, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't follow NXT. I don't follow NXT. It's like I'll catch a YouTube highlight here and there, but I don't follow NXT. It's like I'll pick up a highlight once in a while. But outside of that, I don't really follow it. All right, I believe we are done. Let's just go through the list and double check, make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, well, shoot, NXT is just another extension of like WWE's development. Is like before NXT they had FCW and OVW, and a lot of people, it's like it takes about 6 or 7 years for a person to develop into a wrestler, and then when they finally make it big as a wrestler, it's like you're either pushed and you'll have a career, or you won't get pushed and then you just don't have a career. You know, you'll find something else to do. But I don't know, there's some people who want it bad enough, they'll go through the indie scene, build up a reputation, you know, become known. Dang, is Noam Dar the lowest rated wrestler in the game? He is a 69. Wow. 69 rated wrestler. And he was around for 205 Live. Him, Akira Tozawa, Cedric Alexander. Yeah, they were on 205 Live. The Cruiserweight show. I think Akira Tozawa was a former Cruiserweight champion on 205 Live. And then now he's just a comedic jobber. Poor Tozawa, but he got a job, so you can't complain. It's like, I'd rather get paid 6 figures and be a jobber than not have a job at all. Okay, no, he's not. Okay, Shanky is probably the lowest rated wrestler at a 67. But since he's like almost a super heavyweight, then he's still gonna probably beat the shit out of Noam Dar if I put him in a match against each other. Let's see. So Shanky might be the lowest rated male wrestler in the game. Probably the lowest rated male wrestler overall in the game. Dang, they made Titus O'Neil a 76. He hasn't wrestled like he's been on the roster for like, dude. Oh, what was the first game he was in? Was it 13 or 2K14 was his first game? And yeah, he's been a jobber for hella long. But I think he does work for WWE behind the scenes. He does a lot of PR work, public relations work for WWE. That's why he still gets put in these games. So I think the lowest rated female is probably Valhalla. Alright, so all that's done. Ooh, I don't know if I want to just strip all the championships, because last time I did that, there was no championship matches. Not even during pay-per-views. There was no championship matches when I did that. I had to set up a universe. I had to set up championship matches the first week just to decide a champion. So that way there'll be champions for the pay-per-views. Alright, so let's see. Backlash. So this is a whole new whatchamajigget. I don't know if I want to use the main roster or start my own roster. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see your messages on my phone. So you say Dragon Lee is from AEW to WWE? Yeah, it's possible. I don't know if Dragon Lee's from AEW. I'll probably have to Google him to find out. Oh man, so I did all that. Now I don't know what I want to do. Let's see. Let's edit. So that's Backlash. Which one's this one? This is WrestleMania Backlash. So I want to move it to the end of the month. That's what I want to do. There we go. Then I can delete that. Not really. It's like it really depends on the storyline for me. It's like when it comes to wrestling, I am a filthy casual. It's like I am not a hardcore. It's like I don't really pay attention unless there's like a major storyline going on. And if the storyline has really good heat, then I'll pay attention. And then when the pay-per-view comes around, I don't watch it till like the later in the day when somebody will post the highlights. And then I watch the highlights. I used to care about WrestleMania up until I think the last time I really cared about it. Oh, what was that? I think the one where Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker. That was the last time I cared. It's like I know the one where they had I remember Shawn Michaels and Undertaker's match that pretty much retired Shawn Michaels, and I think they had the next year they had Triple H face the Undertaker, and Undertaker won. Rock Return was alright. It had a lot of good heat, had a lot of good build up. The actual match was kind of meh. What was it? I watched earlier this year's WrestleMania, the last one, the highlights of that one. It was kind of entertaining. It was a little entertaining. But yeah, there's not, it's like I just got to see what kind of storyline they're going to do. They should have had Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns. They should have. It's like they should have had LA Knight beat Roman Reigns. It's like I know they got Cody, and I know Cody was coming in thinking he might get the belt, but they're not putting it on him yet. Rock, I don't know. He's always been around. Same with Steve Austin. A lot of the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression guys still come around. That's because Triple H is basically running most of the company, so he always brings back his old co-workers and stuff. Shoot, Undertaker made an appearance on NXT not too long ago to help out, I think, Carmelo Hayes. What should I do? What should I do? As far as these shows in this roster. I don't know. Is The Rock taller than Kane? I think Kane is taller than The Rock. Or they're about the same height. I thought Kane was almost 7 feet tall. I don't think he got any taller. I just think he probably got slimmer. I remember when Rock debuted, he was kind of chubby. When Rock first came to WWE, he had some fat on him, just like Gunther. And then Rock, he didn't really get shredded until when he came back to WWE to face John Cena. I mean, he was super shredded. The Rock, he became a lot more injury prone because he didn't have as much body fat to take the bumps. Okay, so this is NXT. I don't know if I want to have NXT as a show. I don't know if I want to have NXT as a show. Like I said, I don't really care about NXT. I know that sounds messed up, but just not my cup of tea. I didn't watch a lot of Attitude Era. I wasn't really interesting at the time. I did start watching highlights of old matches and stuff from that time. I would say the best shape he ever was in, it was like between probably 99, like Prime Rock. If you're talking about Prime Rock, between 99 and probably 2003 was like Prime Rock. Money in the Bank. Put it over here. Yeah, he was chunky. He was chunky when he debuted, like early in his career. Even heard he even had chest surgery because he started to get those man boobs. He had man boobs, so he had surgery to get rid of them. And that's why for a while he was wearing a shirt or a t-shirt to cover up his chest, to cover up the scars from his surgery, to get rid of fat around his chest area. I didn't know that till I watched like a little YouTube clip about it. And I was like, oh, that's why he kept on wearing shirts and t-shirts during that time. To cover up them scars, you know, he can heal from scars from having those man boobs. So I was like, okay, that's something I didn't know. But yeah, he was chunky when he debuted. If you go into Community Creations, I think What's the Status uploaded a whole Rock pack that has versions of The Rock from all his different eras. He's just muscular. Rock is just muscular. I think he got a little bit more fat on him than when he, compared to when he came back, well, when he fought Cena. But he's still in really, really good shape. He's still in really good shape. SummerSlam. Where's the SummerSlam at? SummerSlam. I think Cena's in great shape, especially if you watched his match against Solo Sikoa. He was doing stuff that John Cena didn't do much when he was a regular wrestler. It's just John Cena is not as bulky. And then again, he is older, so the cardio, the cardio isn't there. It's like, I can speak from being an older man myself. You get older, it's like the cardio is not the same. That's not to say, you know, not to say an excuse, you know, you being old, your cardio is going to suck. Because I know some old men, but they were in the military, you know, they keep up with their exercise and staying fit. But, you know, but age still affects your reflexes, your movement, your testosterone. So it's like when you get older, it's hard to, your metabolism slow down. You don't have as much testosterone. So your strength is going to take a hit. So your stamina is going to take a hit. So, yeah, you're going to lose a bit when you get older. You're gonna go down a couple of steps. But yeah, perfect example, like earlier in the live stream, I showed like when Cena debuted, he was jacked. He was buff as hell. 2011, I would say, what was peak Cena? I don't know, that's an argument. I know some diehard Cena fans would probably say, for them, peak Cena was probably like 05 to around 2010 was like peak John Cena. And then, you know, around, I think his decline began around 2011. But he was still putting on good matches. You know, he was still pretty good. And then right around like 2016, 2017, yeah, that's when he wasn't getting booked as much. He wasn't getting booked in matches as much, so that's when he began to slow down. Ready, so got that show set up. Set these freaking pay-per-views at the end of the month. Luckily, there's not a lot of them. I could have sworn they had a lot more pay-per-views back in the day. Well, they had a lot of different pay-per-views. I remember they had like a cyber something pay-per-view. They had a what was it called? Over the Limit pay-per-view back in the PG era. They had like so many pay-per-views. It seemed like they had a pay-per-view, 1 or 2 pay-per-views a month. Well, they still got a pay-per-view every month, but let's see. So War Games, is that the NXT War Games? Okay, that's it. There we go. It would be nice if he did return and beat freaking Solo Sikoa. It would be nice, but I think John Cena, he did it just to get Solo Sikoa over. Because like I said, his John Cena is like, Solo Sikoa, his father was Umaga. And one of like John Cena's like good early rivalries with Umaga. And I think John Cena won his first US championship off of Solo Sikoa's dad. Off of Umaga. So Solo Sikoa beating John Cena is kind of like almost getting revenge for his dad who passed away. So it was kind of fitting that Solo Sikoa won. But I give John Cena his props. He put on a good match. It was a good match. It looked like John Cena could have won it. He could have won it like halfway through the match, but Solo Sikoa, you know, he kept fighting. I don't know. I wouldn't book that match. I wouldn't book that match unless Solo Sikoa has a title. Like if John Cena comes back and challenges him for like a title, then I would like to see it. I would like to see it. I could see him coming back for that. But not just for just some kind of exhibition for because, you know, John Cena, he's not an everyday performer, so there wouldn't really be any reason for that rivalry. But he can build it up if they were to do a match for a title on a pay-per-view. Yeah, I believe it. Wasn't Solo Sikoa a part of a? I could have sworn he was wrestling in another. Wasn't he like in New Japan or something? I could have sworn Solo Sikoa was like in New Japan. I think he was wrestling for another promotion, because it's like, shoot, like Rock's relatives and like Yokozuna's relatives and Umaga relatives, like the whole Samoan clans, they got wrestlers wrestling for so many different promotions. You can find like a relative of The Rock, or who else? What's the other, like Tongan wrestling families? You can find like every member in every promotion, somebody a member of that family. Hey, there's no pay-per-views in March? I'm shocked. Then we got WrestleMania. Ready. Yeah, the reason you why don't want to set your rivalries at the end of the month. The reason why you want to set your pay-per-views at the end of the month, so that way you can build up your rivalries. Because usually when your rivalries will end at a pay-per-view. Who's Yokohama? You mean Yokozuna? I don't know. The Solo Sikoa got kids. That's the thing. Solo Sikoa got some kids. Is he married? Got some kids? I think he got married. Alrighty, let's get rid of this one. Alright, so it's reset. The only thing I didn't do is delete all the brands. I just got rid of all the allies and the rivalries. Got rid of all the allies and the enemies. So I kind of half-assed a half reset. To do the full reset, I would have to delete all the brands, reset all the championships, and stuff like that. Probably have NXT set to Wednesday. I don't know what his name was. I thought it was Umaga when he debuted it. Maybe he had a different name. I don't know. Alrighty, so what is tonight's show? So they got Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, Solo Sikoa versus Veer Mahan. Got that. Thomas Ciampa versus them. Candice LeRae and Asuka versus Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton. Roman Reigns, Rey Mysterio. Belair, Becky Lynch. AJ Styles versus The Miz. There's nothing new with the news. Rivalries, no rivalries, because I reset everything. Power rankings, of course, Roman Reigns, the Usos. Okay, that's good. They got all the champions at the top of the rivalry, so that makes sense. Shit, what? Boogeyman's coming back next year? Because October just ended. We're in November right now. Dude, isn't like Boogeyman almost like a 60-year-old man? I don't know. I can't. It's like, don't get me wrong. He still look good for his age. But the last time I saw the Boogeyman, I think he was at a Royal Rumble one year. And he got eliminated pretty quickly. So I don't know. I know there's been rumors about Boogeyman coming back, but I can't see him being an everyday performer, but that's me. Yeah, I believe that. You know, it hides his age, but yeah, his ass is old. He was old even back then. I even had a storyline in WWE 13 where he had a daughter, and I made a female wrestler that was the daughter of the Boogeyman. Actually, that's how Angelina Black got started. I'm just cleaning up some trash stuff on the floor of my room. Alrighty. I might trim this roster. That might be something I would do. I would get rid of all the people who are no longer in WWE, so I could do that. So I'll tweak that. Shoot. I think I don't know, AEW, they wouldn't know what to do with them. I think the AEW roster is kind of bloated too. They don't know what to do with all the talent they got either. I don't know, we got so many independent freaking like promotions, but it's like the major promotions, they only got so much room. Okay, that's one thing I could do. I could purge the roster of people who are no longer because look at this, Raw got 58 wrestlers. That is a lot of wrestlers. That is a lot. So let's just try to make it a little current. I might swap out some of the people and bring in some legends just to make shit interesting. I haven't seen Braun Strowman. I remember he was in a tag team with Ricochet, but I haven't heard about him doing much. Alrighty. So you know that WWE press conference and Survival Series War Games is copied from AEW and the Bump Show. I don't know. War Games was actually, I think, a match type that existed in the WCW. So AEW didn't really originate it. You also got to remember that a lot of the AEW like first superstars wrestled in WCW as well as the WWE. So they brought some of those old match types in AEW that the WWE doesn't use anymore. So yeah, since WWE owns the rights to WCW, you can still say that WWE still was doing this stuff first. Before AEW started bringing it back. But yeah, there's some other match types that WCW had that nobody does anymore. I think War Games was one of them. But I remember NXT was doing War Games before AEW was. They were doing them like in the early or mid 2010s. But like I said, I wasn't watching NXT. But I do recall they'll have some little bit of trivia when you're playing this game where they talk about how, yeah, they fought in the War Games back in like 2015 or 2014 on NXT. And it's like, oh, they were doing War Games that far back? I thought they only were doing War Games like around, 2018, 2019. So they were doing them before AEW existed. I guess just AEW got more publicity for doing them. Because WWE wasn't doing them, but, you know, on their main shows, but they were doing them on NXT. Let's see, who should I get rid of? I think Commander Aziz got let go, so get rid of Commander Aziz. I don't know what they're doing with Dexter Lumis. I don't know if he's still in the WWE. I'll keep him until I get more information. Dolph Ziggler got released, but I heard he got brought back. But I don't know. I'm gonna delete him for now. Let's see. Edge is gone. Edge is in AEW. Corbin, I think he got demoted. He's on NXT. Last time I heard, like, Corbin, he's back on NXT. So I'm gonna take him off the main. I'm gonna take him off this roster for now. Let's see. I think Andy Hartwell got promoted to Raw. Let's see. You remember the commentary table moved from in ringside to near entrance row? It's also copied from AEW years back. Huh. Let's see. Starting to the entrance. I don't know. It's like show specific. It's like I noticed on, I don't know if it's SmackDown, it's by ringside. I remember on Raw, it was near the entrance. I don't know. Like I said, it just alternates. It's like AEW is still relatively new. They only been around, like, I think, what, late 2019. And but they've been copying a lot of stuff. The only thing they doing different, they're doing like that old school, like early ruthless aggression style wrestling. That's what I get whenever I watch AEW. My only issue with AEW is that their TV presentation is not very polished. Not as polished as WWE. But if you like that old school, like early ruthless aggression style wrestling, then you'll love AEW. Let's see who else. Yeah, Matt Riddle's gone. Matt Riddle is gone. Mustafa Ali is gone. I don't think MVP is an active wrestler, so I'm gonna take him off. I haven't seen Nikki Cross in a hot minute. Shit. I'm gonna leave her off until further notice. Who else we got? Omos is gone. Zelina's still around, but I need to get an upgrader gimmick. I think Reggie, he went back to NXT. They gave him some kind of masked gimmick. So, Reggie's gone. So, we're all in the game. Let's see. Bobby Roode, haven't seen him in a while, so I'm going to take him off. Let's see. Shelton Benjamin's gone. Dean Ambrose, he just came into the WWE at the wrong time. Well, it was the right time because it boosted up his career a lot, but I heard he was grinding in the indies and WWE development for years. Seth Rollins in the indies. I think the only one out of the freaking damn, what were they called? The Shield, who was like really raw, like the most raw, but had the most potential, was Roman Reigns. Because I remember when the Shield debuted, he didn't do much. He didn't even talk much. Roman Reigns did. It was like Dean Ambrose and I think Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were doing most of the talking. Because I remember Dean Ambrose, he was winning like major championships, and then Seth Rollins was winning major championships, and then lastly Roman Reigns started winning all the championships, and now Roman Reigns is the face of the company. Seth Rollins was the face of the company around between like I think 2016 to around 2018. Yeah, all the Shield members, they got pushed to the tops. So you're right about that. All the Shield members did get pushed to the top. I haven't seen Tamina in a while. I think Tamina is still with WWE, but I haven't seen her on TV. Haven't seen Tamina in a while, but I'll keep her on. Tommaso Ciampa. I know some of these people switch brands, so I have to look that up. Alright, so it went down to 44. I got rid of 14 people, so that's good. I gotta re-edit my divisions though. Let's see. Yeah, that's about right. I'll have to take Brock Lesnar off because he's not a main. I'll have to swap out Brock Lesnar for LA Knight, put him on Raw. I think AJ Styles was on SmackDown. So the US title scene is just full of like half jobbers and half main eventers or mid-carders. Alright. Tag team division. You only got 3 tag teams. Wait, where are the Viking Raiders? Oh, Randy Orton. Since I took out Matt Riddle, that took Randy Orton out of the tag team. So the women, a lot of women. I might take out Tamina. Yeah, the women tag team division was ass. It's like Roman Reigns, he was like a face. He was a face, especially after he came, well, like, he was a villain. And then he said he was leaving because his cancer came back, like his leukemia came back. And then he left for about 6 to 9 months, and he came back and they made him a face. And then they made him back a villain, and that's where he got that whole head of the table gimmick, because Paul Heyman left Brock Lesnar and started managing Roman Reigns. Alright, so we'll have to tweak this later. I might add some people to it. I gotta talk to that other guy and ask him what show he wants me to put his wrestler on. Now let's see. Let's check out SmackDown's roster. Aaliyah's gone. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, they are on NXT. So I have to make that swap. Big E, sadly, he still hasn't been back as an active wrestler. He's still recovering from his neck injury, so I gotta take him out. Bray Wyatt, may he rest in peace, he passed away, so I'm gonna take him out. Brock Lesnar, you know, he's out. Let's see. Man, SmackDown don't have too many stars. They got Drew. Yeah, I admit that him not being a full-time wrestler is just gonna not make him as in good a shape as he was early in his career. Yeah, definitely his cardio and his stamina is gonna take a hit for not being as active. Let's see. Dang, SmackDown's roster is ass. Yeah, Giovanni Vinci, he had a different name before. Let's see, yeah, Humberto, he should be out. I might put Indy Hartwell on SmackDown, but I think she ended up on Raw. I gotta look it up. I think this guy. Yeah, some of these people are on There's some people who got boosted up to the main roster, but I need to figure out who. Let's see, because right now SmackDown, I haven't seen. I think Jinder Mahal, he got demoted to NXT. Jinder Mahal's on NXT, so take him off. I think once he loses the title, he's going to take a really, really long break. He's going to try to, because he's been talking about retirement and getting into movies. Roman Reigns, I don't think he'll do well in movies. He don't got the acting chops. He's not a very good actor. He got charisma, but he's not a very good actor. That's not to say he won't be a good actor, but as he is now, I can't see it. Yeah, Lacey Evans is gone. She is such a pretty lady. I wish they would have did more with her. Liv Morgan is injured, but I'll keep her on the roster. Let's see. Mace is gone. Madcap Moss is gone. Mansoor is gone. Rick Boogs is gone. Ronda Rousey is gone. Yeah, this roster, woo! This roster is ass. Shanky is gone. Let's see. Well, yeah, these two are still there. Sonya Deville, she's around. Uncle Howdy is not really a regular wrestler, so take him out. Let's see. Yeah, SmackDown's roster is ass. Yeah, they're down to 33. Woo! Look at this heavyweight division. He only got like 5 contenders for his title, which is about right. If you watch TV, it's like there is not many contenders at all for the heavyweight belt. Ricochet, Sami Zayn, LA Knight, Drew Gulak for the SmackDown or the Intercontinental title. A lot of tag teams on SmackDown. A lot of tag teams. Oh, your message is missing? Let me check my phone. There we go. I think Lacey... I don't know. I can't describe what happened with Lacey. I think she had the right personality and charisma. It's like they just didn't put her in the ring as much. They didn't push her. And then when they did push her, they didn't give her time to develop. You know, they didn't give her time to develop. They also made her lose so much. They didn't give her any major wins. You know? Women's division is kind of, she got challengers, but is it? Yeah, I might have to add some of my wrestlers when that guy comes back. He said he'll be back in 30 minutes, but it's been past 30 minutes. I'll probably put him on SmackDown. I'll put his wrestler on SmackDown. Because Raw is stacked. There ain't no tag team, so I might just add my female wrestlers just so they have a tag team division. There ain't no female. Oh, Kairi Sane. I'm happy they brought her back, but I don't know what they're going to do with her. I don't know what they're going to do with Kairi. Oh, man. I don't know what they're going to do with Kairi Sane. It's like Io Sky is the champion right now. You mean in 2K24? Because right now I'm playing 2K23. I don't know what they're going to do with Kairi. It would be nice if they had like an all-Japanese faction, though. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Asuka, Kairi, and Io is all going to be in a faction. Eventually. Yeah, I can get, I can download Kyrie. Somebody put up a Kyrie saying. The only problem is I got one of my wrestlers has her finisher. So it'll be weird to have her back. And I have two wrestlers with the same finisher. But the best version of Kyrie Sane was in 2K19. Her freaking wrestler was OP in AI battles. Even though she was like a 79, she would she would dominate NXT. It's like, well, even Bianca Belair back then was kind of low rated. But yeah, Kyrie Sane dominated NXT in 2K19. But yeah, I'll add some people to SmackDown because he has no challengers. He has no challengers. Roman Reigns has no challengers. It's like you got Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Santos Escobar, Karrion Kross, and Shinsuke Nakamura. It's weird. WWE don't know what to do with Karrion Kross. I admit his finishers are pretty cool though. Too bad it's like the recent patch has ruined his finishers. It's like the game doesn't do many ground finishers. As far as like if you're doing submissions or picking up wrestlers off the ground, the computer AI kind of goes stupid and won't do those finishers. They'll like stand there or they'll move around and then by that time their opponent will get up off the mat. Same reason why the computer won't do sitting down in the corner finishers. Like if they're sitting in the corner, they won't do like if you try to do like a stink face, the computer won't do it. The computer will bug out and just kick the opponent and won't do the finisher. You can set up as a signature. They'll do like sit down moves as signatures in the corners, but it's not as finisher. The AI is gonna bug out. I don't know why. I can't explain it. It was like before the 1.19 patch, they could do it just fine. But then after that patch, they couldn't do it. Alright, let's see who's on the NXT roster. Let's see who they got. Let's see. Alba Fire, Andre Chase, he came with the recent DLC. Yep, Apollo Crews. Knew he was on there. They got Axiom, Blair Davenport. Oh, man, we got some stormy weather over here in California in the valley. It is getting windy. It is raining. Cameron Grimes, I think he got pushed to the main roster. No, I see all your messages. I see all your messages. You're like the music is rock, and then you got a. I can't see emojis unless I look on my phone. Let's see. Carmelo Hayes, of course. Cora Jade, Cruz del Toro, Damon Kemp. Yeah, I think the NXT roster is gutted because a lot of them got promoted. Oh, you want to see Gunther wrestle against Roman Reigns? Who you think's gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win? I could do it like, well, I already have it settled legendary. So it's gonna be one of those matches where they're gonna beat the shit out of each other. So that universe is set up. That one's set up. Like I said, I'll probably have to add some people to the roster. But let's see. Pick an arena. We'll do Raw 2002. We'll go back to the old school. Early ruthless aggression. One-on-one. Gunther versus Roman Reigns. I don't think Gunther's, what's his overall? I don't think it's that high. Since he's an intercontinental. No, it's high. That's high. Well, that's about right. for Intercontinental Champion. You definitely want him in the high 80s, low 90s. Roman Reigns is like a whole 10 points higher. Oh man. But then again, that guy's created wrestler beat Roman Reigns. But I'm going to use the in-game version of Roman Reigns before I use the CAW version of him. I say Roman Reigns should win it, but I wouldn't be shocked if Gunther wins. I wouldn't be shocked, because ratings in this game don't really mean too much.
Here comes the Austrian anomaly, Gunther. A man with one purpose, to prove the math sacred.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria.
Yeah, Gunther is a strong big dude. He is a big dude. Like I said, he got that old school vibe to him, which I really like. I respect them old school wrestlers, man. You just come out there in your trunks, your boots. You know, your power set isn't too flashy. It's to just do a lot of damage. But you also have some fundamental wrestling in your repertoire. That's a really good looking Gunther, though. That's a really good looking graphics as far as his looks, his face.
As intimidating as possible.
Yeah, he's very intimidating.
Guess what, folks?
But so is Roman Reigns. Oh, he got both belts.
The undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, this was before they combined both those belts into one belt, and they had to create another heavyweight title because they're like, we're tired of him not losing any one of these belts, so we need another belt to have another championship.
Here's a question. What has Roman Reigns done that isn't history-making? I actually agree with you, Saxton, a man who has had an indescribable impact on this industry. He's carved his legacy.
I don't know, man. He's like one of those champions where it's like, I can't see him being an all-time great, but that's me. It's like, it's almost like he's just been pushed just to be pushed.
We've seen it over and over again for years. Roman Reigns is all about asserting his dominance. Absolutely, Cole. Reigns hits every single move with authority. Every strike, every throw, every hold. They're all a declarative statement from the tribal chief. That's right. In the ring, in the locker room, Reigns isn't asking permission to be the top dog in this industry. He's taking it. Too bad he's in there with the aptly named ring general, Gunther.
Yeah, I see your messages. I see them on my phone.
Superstars who are as merciless as Gunther. You look at that man, and there is nothing behind the eyes. He has that kind of.
Yeah, sometimes your messages don't. They show up kind of late.
Before it even begins.
Yeah, see, Gunther, he got that old school move set.
He's ejected from the ring. He leaves the ring, but he could lose this match by count out. to torture their opponent. Uh-oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man.
Oh, we just boot kicked the hell out of Roman. Well, Roman got back up pretty quick, though. His recovery must be maxed out.
You have to weaken him, all while making yourself a hard target. So be selective with your attacks and try to land blows to the legs or midsection. That'll help cut the big man down to size.
Dude, I don't think these two guys are concerned about that. They're just trying to beat the hell out of each other. Oh, another big boot. Oh, he already busted. I don't know if he busted him open. Is he bleeding yet? Let me see. Nope. But I think he did damage to his head already. Oh, he dodged the super punch into the spear. Sidewalk slam. I don't really support anybody. I just feel Roman will probably win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gunther won it. But I most likely think Roman Reigns is going to win this match. Oh, now they both got head damage. Okay, I don't know why that move is on Gunther. That is not a move Gunther should have. I've never seen him do that move in real life.
He's able to beat a 2 count. I don't know what more this superstar can do to put him away. Gunther from behind, looking to cinch it in. This one may be over.
Oh, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work.
Just tap. The clutch is in. This one could be over. Breaking the grip, breaking the grip, breaking the hold. Well executed suplex. Just from a deadlift position.
Oh, power bomb. Power bomb. Oh, there's another power bomb.
Look at this raw.
Gunther sidestepped that one.
I don't like the look of
Good. He hates Gunther. And Gunther hates Reigns. I don't think they ever wrestled against each other. Yeah, I think Roman Reigns been having the title for at least 3 years. No, wait, let me think. Yeah, around 3 years, because I think Drew McIntyre, he had the title during COVID. Yeah, I think Drew McIntyre beat Roman around 2020. Ooh, yep, he reversed it. Ugh.
That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys. He's absorbing some tough hits now.
That attack was a cacophony of catastrophe from Gunther.
Clubbing blows. Down to foot and a double axe handle smash. He must have had that scalp.
Ooh, Gunther's putting Roman to the ringer.
This is just brute power. Oh, goodness, absolute. This is it.
One.
Cuts off the count at 1.
Somehow still has the energy for a quick kick out. Hip drop.
Need to get rid of that move. Gunther has never done that little bunny hop.
Impressive offense.
I think Gunther's been around for the past 2 or 3 years now. I think he's been around for at least 3 years. Because didn't he have like a different name? I could have sworn he had a different name. He was on NXT, and then he got put to the main roster. Yeah, I think he's been around at least three or 4 years.
Unusual showmanship from Gunther here. Takedown. Oh no, wait a minute.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh, here it comes. The spear. Wow.
It's over. Gunther is done.
Two.
He was almost finished.
Gunther is down, but not out. Such a competitive drive.
Yeah, I can see why they put it on him. Because I think the only legitimate IC threats was because he also won the belt, I think, when Nakamura was the king of the ring, when he was king of the ring. Because I think the only IC champions that are a threat to him is probably Shinsuke, The Miz, Ricochet, and whoever else they want to put up against. LA Knight. Like I said, LA Knight should probably go for the IC title. I think LA Knight could beat Gunther. Oh, he made him tap. Oh, wow. I told you Roman Reigns would win it. He made him tap, though. It's like, if you win by a pin, you know, that's good. But if you get somebody to tap out, that means you just dominated your opponent. Cody Rhodes has a weird moveset. Cody Rhodes, he's like a hybrid wrestler. He's what you call that weird kind of junior style wrestling where it's like a mixture of all styles. He can do some high flying. He has a little bit of power game. He can do striking. And he has some technical style wrestling. Yeah, Cody Rhodes, he's one of those dudes that's hard to wrestle. You really got to be a really good... You have to be a really good technical wrestler to work well with Cody Rhodes. But yeah, his and plus, yeah, Cody Rhodes' moveset is like, and plus, Gunther is not very agile either. He's not a very agile wrestler, so it's kind of hard to sell Cody Rhodes' moves and make it look good. Yeah, overpowered wrestlers, they don't tap out. They don't tap out in submissions. Yeah, Gunther tap. So that ought to tell you how busted it is. But they, like, Roman Reigns stats, I think I don't know, let's look at his ratings. Let's see how busted this guy is. Let's see what his attributes are. Let's see what Roman Reigns' attributes are. Because I'm sure his attributes, since he's a 99. Yeah, let's look up his stats. Look at them attributes. See how busted he is. Because I think he's a heavyweight, so heavyweight damage is high. As is. And then if you combine that with busted attributes, yeah, he's going to be, pretty much God mode. Let's see, where's Roman at? Where are you at, Roman? There he is. No, that's not the one I want to look at. I want to look at regular Roman. Yeah, so yeah, he is a heavyweight. I should put him against The Rock. Who would win between Roman Reigns and The Rock? Last night I did a match between The Rock and Stone Cold won. But yeah, but let's see these Roman Reigns stats. Let's see. Let's check out his attributes. Oh my God. He got a 95 in arm power, 95 in leg power, 95 grapple offense, 90 running offense, They even gave him like an 80 in aerial. They gave him an 80 in aerial range. Shoot, Roman don't even go top rope that often. They gave him, that's what makes him busted. He's maxed out, almost maxed out when it comes to submissions. That's why Gunther tapped. Almost maxed, he's almost maxed out in reversals. But here's what makes him busted. His body durability is almost maxed out. He has a 90 in body durability. His durability is very high. The only, you can beat him if you have a high technical submissions, because he's weak in technical submission defense at a 70. That's his only real weakness, is he has a 70 submission defense in technical. Pin escapes of 95, strength to 95, 80 stamina, 80 agility, 80 movement, 90 recovery, and he gets a special in his finisher really fast. So yeah, he's pretty busted. Pretty busted. He's gonna do so much damage, and he takes a lot of damage, so yeah, he's busted. Yep, he is busted. Alright, I'm gonna do The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Because I know WWE's been hinting at it, but they never got around to it. I think The Rock would do it. It's just a question about whether The Rock wants to lose. If Rock wants to lose that match, that's what it comes down to, really. If The Rock wants to lose. Because I was like, you know, at the end of the day, money talks. Let's see. Where's my Rocky at? Rocky. We'll have Rock go for one of them championship belts. Yeah, let's have The Rock challenge him for one of them champions. So here's the question. Do I want to use 2001 Rock? Do I want to use Modern Rock? I'll use Modern Rock. I'll use this one. Against Roman Reigns. Put a title on the line. Oops, crap, I didn't do it. Fuck. I would say Roman Reigns has a better... Well, I didn't get the recent version of The Rock. I had him, but he glitched. So I had to delete him. The one with the beard. So I'm just using the in-game version. But I got him in the SmackDown 2000 arena. Is cooking. But this is pretty much Rock when he faced John Cena. This is... You know what? I'm mad. They gave the male wrestlers boob physics. It's like they gave the male wrestlers like boob physics in their chest. But they got rid of the boob physics on the female wrestlers. I'm sorry. I think Roman Reigns would beat 1997 Rocks. He would beat 1997 Rock. He would. Don't get me wrong, 1997 Rock, he could take a beating, but Roman Reigns has a little bit more technical wrestling than The Rock does. Because like I said, Roman Reigns, he made Gunther tap last match. Shoot, old school wrestlers, they didn't try to tap you out. They just tried to beat the shit out of you. Like during the Attitude Era, matches were brawls. They were brawls, man. Like Attitude Era wrestlers, they weren't the best wrestlers, but they were the best performers. They had the best characters. They were the best performers, but they weren't the best wrestlers. I would say no, because during his era, you know, he didn't win all the time. So he wasn't overpowered, no. He lost almost just as much as he won. You know, he was fortunate enough to have some good title reigns. and some good matches, some WWE moments, and things like that. But nah, Roman Reigns is overpowered. Rock, no. Rock's not overpowered. Rock never had a title reign as long as this guy has.
WWE Universal Champion Roman.
Yeah, I'm mad. They gave the freaking male wrestlers chest physics, but they couldn't give the female wrestlers boob physics. I'm mad. I am so mad.
Including an absolutely unforgettable SummerSlam main event.
Well, The Rock, you know, he comes from that time where, that era where people still had, well, you had, well, John Cena was kind of the same way, especially during the PG era. Because before The Rock, there was Hulk Hogan. He was the people's champ. Now, Hulk Hogan, he was overpowered. Hulk Hogan, he didn't like losing to anybody. Hulk Hogan didn't like losing to anybody, which is surprising that when The Rock faced Hulk Hogan at a WrestleMania, The Rock won. He beat Hulk Hogan. But yeah, the Hulk Hogan, he didn't want to put over anybody.
Every time he steps into a ring, The Rock brings with him a legendary
Here we
lineage.
go.
But just like his grandfather, father, uncles, and cousins, he's made a name for himself in this business.
The Rock talks a lot about mana, which means spirit. When you watch him compete, you can
Roman Reigns is already putting in work.
his family flowing through him.
Work on them hands.
To achieve amazing things.
I'm sure The Rock is hoping to achieve more amazing things here tonight.
But across the ring is the head of the table himself,
Dude, Hulk Hogan back in the day,
the tribal chief by his family's elders, and he is
like when I was growing up in the 80s, he was the face of the WWE.
Honestly, merciless doesn't even begin to cut it. For Reigns, everything
And then, yeah, throughout the 80s, up until like the,
even willing to brutalize his own family.
till around like 90, 91, before he left WCW.
What do you think his opponent needs to do at least to stifle the confidence of Roman in this one?
I don't know if it's possible to cap that confidence, Cole, which is why I think the best bet is to at least attempt to.
But I remember Rock, he came back around the early 2000s, and that's where he faced The Rock before The Rock went to Hollywood and The Rock beat him. But at that point, Hulk Hogan was past his prime. Don't get me wrong, Hulk Hogan still looked good for his age. But, The Rock was just a better wrestler at the time. But right now, Roman Reigns is like a step ahead of The Rock in this match. Rock is just getting beat right now. But like I said, it was like wrestlers of his generation, they weren't really technical wrestlers.
Punching their way out of that one.
An inverted atomic drop. Very nice.
It's like Rock and Stone Cold, they can take a lot of damage, but their offense was very limited. They just overpowered you with a lot of striking, a lot of punches,
Taking a trip outside, but he's got to be mindful of the count.
a lot of showmanship. Okay, right now The Rock is getting some offenses.
He switches it back around. And he's set back into the ring.
What about Sting? Sting versus Roman? I don't think Sting is in this game. Yeah, Sting is not in this game. I could probably download a Sting. Sting to me. Oh my God. Roman had to get help. Oh my God, Roman had to get help. He had to call on one of the Usos for backup. Oh wow. He didn't have no help against Gunther. Oh my God, he had to call in interference on The Rock. The Rock was hurting him, that's what it was. Oh, did he bust The Rock open? I think Roman would take Sting. Sting, yeah. Well, Roman now would take Sting. I don't know about earlier Roman. Actually, Sting Sting couldn't even beat Seth Rollins. Actually, Seth Rollins is the reason why Sting kind of retired. Oh. Oh, hey. Roman's is just tossing the Rock like a rag doll now.
Right to the midsection. Setting them up for the...
Oh, the Rock will kip up. Uh-oh. This is when the Rock starts to come back. Uh-oh. Rock is pissed. Rock is like, oh, you think you a badass, huh? Uh-oh. Rock is pissed. Oh, good dodge by Roman. Oh, Rock got the rock bottom on Reigns. Now, yeah, I can see this going as a real WrestleMania match. 1, 2. Oh, Roman kicks out.
Guys, even the Rock can't believe it. He thought that was that.
Yeah, I thought that was that too. Can the Rock beat Roman? Uh-oh, spine buster. He's setting it up, the most electrifying move. Oh, he didn't do it. Uh-oh, good dodge by Roman. Oh, headbutt. Headbutt to the Rock.
They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down and stop right to the hand.
Oh.
Look at Reigns, top rope.
Reigns is going top rope. He barely went top rope in real life. Oh, elbow drop. Oh, he's going for the spear. Going for the spear. Wow. Oh, gets Rock with the spear. 1, 2. Oh, Rock. I know he's going to kick out because it's the Rock. Uh-oh, I think he's going for the Superman punch to the spear. Nope, he didn't do it. Great match so far. Yeah, this version of Roman, he barely went top rope, man. Oh, he's going for another spear. He's trying to break the Rock in half. Wow, got the Rock again. Uh-oh. 1, 2. Roman Reigns wins it. 2 spears. It's weird because the Rock did 2 rock bottoms back to back. Yeah, there's the first one, there's the second one. And Roman Reigns kicked out. And then Roman Reigns does back to back spears to take out the Rock.
Here is your winner, Roman.
Wow.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, despite the earlier distraction, they were able to
Roman Reigns had a distraction though. He had help. But that's when the Rock got pissed off and started going on a run. Nah, I don't think. Yeah, that's the question. It's like I don't think they would put the belts on the Rock. It wouldn't be for a championship if they want the Rock to get a win, and won't be for a championship. They'll probably just be a feud match just to see who's the best in the family, but not for any championship belt. That's the only way the Rock is going to win. But if it's for the championship, then the Rock is not going to win. WWE wouldn't do it. They wouldn't allow the belts to be on the Rock. Because even when he was champion, I remember, what was it? I think The Rock had a match with CM Punk during his title reign. I could have sworn that CM Punk won the championship off of The Rock at one time. I don't know. I have to go back and look. Well, I'll probably do as a last match. I'll have Brock Lesnar face Roman Reigns. We could do it in the Club UK. But what is Brock Lesnar's rating? I think he's only like a mid 90. I don't think he's rated that high. Let's see. Let's find Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. Oh, he's a 97. That's still pretty high. That's higher than The Rock. I don't know. This one could go either way. This match can go either way. Because I know Roman Reigns, he's been ducking Brock Lesnar for a while. It was funny, actually. No, I'm not playing. I'm just watching. I'm just simming. Just simming the matches.
The beast is here. Time for a beatdown, cowboy style.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar.
So Brock Lesnar wished he looked this good in real life, as far as the muscle tone and detail.
The next step in human evolution.
He has unbelievable physical gifts, does the beast.
Yeah, the computer is playing this match as AI versus AI on legendary difficulty. So everything is being used as far as stats and abilities and things like that. This is basically the computer, the AI at max capacity.
Because it's what Lesnar was built for. The battlefield is his home.
It's a good Brock Lesnar model, though. That's a really good Brock Lesnar model.
And simply conquer.
Because Brock wants to be on the very top of the mountain.
And he won't be denied.
The Tribal Chief has arrived. And his opponent, representing
Like, what do you mean I didn't counter AI Roman Reigns at legend difficulty? So when you got them at legend difficulty, they use everything, all their abilities, whatever, at maximum difficulty. You're at the hardest difficulty. Because on lower difficulties, they won't be as aggressive. They won't counter as much. You know, their defense won't be as cheap. But on the legendary difficulty, it's like you just took off the restraints off the computer, so they're gonna do whatever it takes to win. Shoot, on legendary difficulty, the computer kind of reads your inputs too. Shoot, a few nights ago, I was trying to beat one of my own wrestlers on legendary difficulty, and I lost 12 matches in a row. But that's because my weight class was too low. The weight class of my wrestler I was going up against had a higher weight class. So she was doing more damage and she could take more damage. And then my character didn't have really good abilities and paybacks. I didn't have resiliency. So it was hard. It was a challenge to beat my own wrestler on legendary difficulty. You gotta pace yourself too. You gotta pace yourself in these matches. And you can't keep spamming the same moves over again because the computer will reverse it. You gotta mix up your attacks a lot in legendary.
Whoever headed up that experiment must be really pleased with themselves.
I don't know. This match can go either way. This match can go